Hey guys, good evening. This is Dave with Moneyology.com. Today's Sunday, August 13th. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. Wanted to go through one of the hottest sectors in the market, which is precious metals. This is going to be the first part of a series of videos we're going to do over the next couple of days. We're going to be highlighting some of the best stocks in this particular sector. We'll start off today with looking through several of the gold and silver charts and then look into individual miners, and we'll go from there. So without further ado, let's have a look. But before we start, just a reminder, make sure you do your due diligence in all of these companies. The sector is very volatile, and so you definitely want to make sure you understand what you're buying and selling, and make sure you price accordingly, position size accordingly, and good luck with your trading. Let's take a look. Okay, so the gold sector. This is one we've been following for several years now, and now it's finally starting to break out of this multi-year consolidation since 2016. This consolidation between 1200 and about 1300 has been pretty hectic and volatile for all investors that have been trying to trade this space. But what you're seeing here is this really nice breakout coming within the next couple of days, if not weeks, and the next target that we see on this particular contract is 1350. Now, why are we so confident in this particular breakout? We broke out of this downtrend here several weeks ago. We retested it to the downside successfully around the 1200 area, and now we broke out. Above this 1260 area. We retested that, and now a massive candle, hammer candle, and now we're right below that 1300 area. So with MACDs now crossing zero, and you're seeing some very nice accumulation. And when you look at the futures contracts, the speculators versus the hedgers, the speculators are not high on gold at this point, and that's what you want to see. You want to see a lot of doubt in the market, and so we think that this is going to surprise a lot of people to the upside, and so there are going to be a lot of opportunities here. The sector has been beaten down even the last couple of weeks as gold has been rallying, and silver as well. A lot of names in the sector have been getting smacked. So hope you have done your homework. Hope we can help here in helping you find some names that you might be interested in. Silver. Whereas gold is broken out of a consolidation period, silver has been a little bit weaker, and we see this bullish wedge pattern breaking to the upside in the coming weeks ahead. Look at the MACDs; they're starting to curl towards breaking above zero. Accumulation is starting to pick up steam, and we closed the week above the 50 on the weekly RSI, which is very bullish development. We want to see follow through here, possibly towards the 60 line, possible retracement back to the 50 as a back test, and then boom. We think in the coming months ahead we're gonna make a run towards this 22 zone at a minimum. So definitely high on silver and a lot of great opportunities in this space. Okay, so the Gold Bugs Index, HUI. It's broken out, as you see here, from this bullish wedge pattern that it's been creating since the middle of 2016. Broke out here in middle of July. We've retested it from the upside, and now a nice hammer pattern. We're right below 200. We expect this 200 to break as early as this week, and really 250 is our first real weekly target here. Another one of those weekly RSI closes above 50, which is a very bullish development. MACD's above zero here, and stochastics are firmly above 50. Definitely very exciting developments for gold bulls. All right, so taking a look at a ratio chart between the junior miners and the majors. This is one of those very important charts you want to track, because it tells you the strength of the more volatile names versus the larger names in the sector, and you want to see the more volatile, the smaller junior miners outperform the majors. And while we had this breakdown, frankly, it surprised me that we'd even touch this lower Bollinger Band, but it didn't surprise me that we found support here. What I saw here was a breakout of this downtrend that basically has we've been in since 2017. We broke out, and I thought this particular 1.4 area would hold, and it didn't. It broke below, possibly shaking some weak hands out, and now we rallied above with this nice hammer. We're right below this middle Bollinger Band over here around the 145, and we think we're going to make a very nice run in the coming months ahead, and we're likely going to touch this 175. What that practically means is that we expect the junior miners to outperform the majors quite dramatically over the next couple of weeks and months ahead. If you're going to invest in the space and you can tolerate a little bit of volatility, the junior space is where you want to be invested for the majority of your allocation to precious metals. GDX to gold, gold majors versus gold ETF, and this is another one of those where you want to see the actual miners outperform the underlying metal. And although we've been in a bullish wedge pattern, we haven't broke out of this pattern yet. So while I'm bullish on the metal and I believe the prospects look very good, we still are not we still haven't confirmed this breakout of the metals, or rather the miners versus the metals. Like that, we really rallied off this extremely important support line here that we've rallied multiple times over the last couple of years. There was support here, here, here. It served as resistance here, here, and here. And once we broke out of this in 2016, this is when the rally really took off in around March of 16. And now we found support multiple times, and here again we've done so. Now the MACDs are crossing zero. The stochastics are firming towards above 50. The cash money flow index is now in the green for the first time really this year. And so we think that this is going to break to the upside right below the 50 on the weekly RSI. Once that crosses, we're going to see a very nice move. Could happen as early as this week. Okay, going to just cover a couple of names in the sector. And again, you'll notice that a lot of these names are not in the actual trading on the indices. For whatever reason, the over-the-counter names are some of the better looking charts, and I don't know the reasons for this, but perhaps if someone has any idea, feel free to share that with me either privately or on the YouTube comment. Anyway, let's take a look at Sibanye Gold, SBGL. This is a gold and platinum play, and palladium, frankly. And it's been beaten down because it bought Stillwater several months ago, and it had a number of dilutions as a result. But this is a very, very good play in my opinion, and both on a fundamental and now on a technical basis. Look, double bottom here around this 4 area, so there's and really triple bottom. We had it support here, here, and here. Now it's really starting to run. We called this around the 450 area. We like this for a run towards 8, and we think that it's well on its way. A breakout above 6 is definitely in the cards. MACDs are curling above 0. Stochastics starting to move. Now they're firmly above this 20 area, and now we're seeing some accumulation. Definitely one you want to own if you're high on the sector, as I am. Alamos Gold, AGI. Just like gold, we've had multiple 2 years of consolidation here between $5 and $8 a share over the last 2 years, and now looks like we're on the verge of breaking this $8 mark. And the MACDs are above 0 firmly here. The accumulation's starting to really pick up, and we think that once this breaks 8, and we believe it'll happen this week, the first target is 10, which would be a really nice move. And this is going to see much higher highs if gold goes to where we believe it'll ultimately hit both this year and years ahead. Atlantic Gold Corp, SPVEF, an over-the-counter play. But look at this consolidation here. At all-time highs, the consolidation is basically right below its all-time high around 127. It's above the middle Bollinger Band. Beautiful hammer pattern on massive volume over the last week. It had some nice consolidation, and we think that it's going to break out higher and make another run. Now look at this. Accumulation is beautiful. This is definitely what you want to see on a name that's in consolidation. So one of the things I look for is a basing pattern, RSI corrective pattern, so where the price is flat whereas the RSI is correcting, and very nice volume and very nice accumulation. That's a sign that things are going to actually rebound and break to new highs once the correction does end. Avino Silver Gold Mines, ASM, beautiful breakout of a bullish wedge pattern, retest a couple of times here from the upside, and now we think that this is going to be ready to run. If it holds 50, it's right below this 50 on the weekly RSI, but we think this is going to hold. And when it breaks to the upside, this is going to run. Our first target is 314 to test this double top over here. For longer term traders or investors, our trigger point to buy would be a break above $2. But once it breaks 2, the first target is 314. We really like this chart. Bear Creek Mining, BCEKF, another multiple year consolidation pattern here, and it's starting to break out to the upside of this little wedge here. And our first target is 250, and beautiful breakout above the 50 RSI, retest from the upside. Now it's running, and so 250 is a strong area target to shoot for, and we think that this is going to have multi-year highs in the not too distant future. So one you definitely want to have on your radar or own if you don't already do so. Detour Gold, DRGDF, beautiful basing pattern here, and now it's starting to move, close the week above the 50 on the weekly RSI. Very bullish development. Our first target is around 14 here. We think that this is going to make a run towards the mid-20s by the end of this year. Stay tuned. Entree Gold, EGI. It broke out of this wedge pattern here earlier in July, and now it's retesting this from the upside. If 40 cents can hold, and we believe it will, 50 on the weekly RSI, if that holds, we believe it will. Again, one of these moves where it breaks out above the 50 and then it retests from the upside. That's a very bullish development if it can hold. We think that this is going to target 70 cents in the coming weeks ahead, and so one that you definitely want to own if you're bullish on the sector. And finally, for this particular video is Fortuna Silver Mines, FSM, one that we've gone over a couple of times in previous videos, but beautiful bullish flag pattern here over the last several years. It broke out here, now it's consolidating right above this this pattern. And although silver's been, this is one of the names in the sector that's been hit, this is a great opportunity to be adding here, because we think that this is going to make a run towards 10. So this is potentially a 100% move in the coming months ahead. Definitely one you want to own or have on your radar as it shows strength above $5. Guys, precious metals, definitely a sector you want to be looking very strongly at. One that's going to make a lot of very positive gains for you if the sector breaks out as we believe it will. Good luck in your trading. Please follow us at StockTwits, at Moneyology, Twitter at Moneyology, and please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Feel free to leave your comments and suggestions. Good luck trading. Have a great week.